Someone informed me that a strange old witch had crept into the wedding. I'm assuming you're the one. I need you to make an excuse and leave. You'll only embarrass your poor little sister.
Oh, hello, Patrick. As always, you're charming. I'm afraid I don't fully understand you. You mean I'll just shame Orla if I stay?
That is correct. I'm saying you're far older than she is, which will pose complications. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together, and I'm not going to let anyone or anything ruin our big day. Not even her friends or family.
I see. You are correct in one aspect. She is a lovely and amazing young lady. I see why you could be too concerned about her.
Nobody could have predicted that her older sister would be such a wrinkled grandmother. Even Orla's beauty can't make up for your hideousness. In fact, the contrast makes it more difficult to look at you. So, for her sake, leave the wedding. And don't go upsetting her by telling her I said anything.
Please excuse me? Are you saying what I think you're saying? You haven't even discussed it with Orla?
Of course, I haven't told her anything about it. What did I just say to you? That is why you must devise a solution. Simply state that you have a cold or something similar.
Are you serious about me right now? Have you noticed how thrilled Orla and I have been for her special day? Orla was essentially raised by me. At this moment, I'm like a father figure to her. It would crush her heart if I wasn't there to rejoice with her.
Are you paying attention? That's why I advise you should come up with an excuse so she doesn't become upset. I suppose a dropout like you could require things explained in simpler words.
What did you just say?
Did you think I didn't know about your high school dropout? Orla and I both attended one of the best schools in the country. So when I first met you, I assumed you had taken a similar path to us and attended a good school. Then I find out you're simply a wrinkled high school dropout. To be honest, I couldn't stop laughing.
So, I hope you understood our predicament and that I did everything I could to take care of her. I had to make some significant life changes in order to ensure that Orla was properly cared for and raised. And, due to my lack of a diploma, the only job I could get at first was that of a maid. But, you know, such decisions were not simple for me.
Wait a minute. I understand that being a maid was possibly all you could do at the time. But how long has it now been? How many chances have you had to improve your situation? You mean you couldn't find another job in all this time? Is that all you can do? No way. At the very least, be honest with yourself. You're just old, stupid, and sluggish.
What precisely do you mean? Do you think I never got another job?
Okay, Granny, I suppose I don't really care about your sob story. I only have one thing to say to you: get out of here. All you're doing is lowering the mood. I know how I want my wedding to go, and if you're present, it won't be the great party I'm hoping for.
I absolutely understand your desire for a memorable wedding day. But do you really believe that my appearance has an impact on my mood? To be honest, hearing you say something like that hurts my sentiments.
You really need to get up and face reality, okay? You're no longer a young lady. Just glance around at all the other gals. There are so many babes that it almost makes me regret getting married. Look at the guys, I think we've gathered quite a collection of hunks.
Is that how you'd refer to them? Anyway, this is your wedding, right? So you must have a friendship or relationship with the folks you've invited, don't you? Or did you actually choose your buddies depending on how attractive you thought they were?
Oh, stop talking. Don't act as if you know who I am. Anyway, you're not a friend or family member in my opinion. And one look around at the other guests should be enough to convince you that you don't belong. Please do me a favor and avoid speaking to anyone on your way out. You shouldn't bother my buddies.
In any case, I don't think I need to talk to any of them.
Everyone here, including men and women, is much above you. They would never, ever want anything to do with an old hag like you.
I have to agree with you on one point: there are a lot of gorgeous people attending this wedding. And, Patrick, aren't you about to take over the family business? I'm guessing the most of these visitors are high-ranking company leaders or board members.
Yes, thank you for recognizing that I exclusively surround myself with excellent individuals. And don't have any brilliant notions. They are affluent and powerful men, and none of them will be interested in taking an old bag like you home. Pay attention to what I'm saying now. Only the most stunning young women are permitted. It's going to be the most amazing wedding ever. So pay attention to what I'm saying and go home right now.
Very good. I see what you're saying.
Please excuse me, but I can't seem to locate you anywhere. Are you still present? I was looking forward to finally meeting you. Have you yet arrived?
Tom. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am on my way home.
Excuse me? Is something going on? Did you forget to bring something with you? Or are you in poor health? Did you get anything?
No, it's not like that at all. I've been asked not to attend the wedding by the groom, and I don't want to ruin his wonderful day.
What did he do? What could he possibly have meant when he said that?
He claimed it was because I was an old high school dropout who was too wrinkly to be rubbing shoulders with gorgeous folks at the wedding. Or something similar. He also stated that I would only shame Orla if I attended the wedding.
He said everything? You're telling me my employee stated all of that?
Yes. I'm ashamed to even bring it up, but it's true. I've heard the term bridezilla, but I'm not sure what this is called. Grumora?
That small smack. Does he even comprehend what he's doing?
He might not be entirely wrong. Just the thought of offending my precious little sister on her special day makes me cringe. I couldn't bear the thought any longer and decided it was best if I just went home. I informed Orla I wasn't feeling well and wouldn't be able to stay any longer.
Please wait a minute. Is what you're saying me right now true?
I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm not one to exaggerate.
I'm deeply sorry for what he said to you, ma'am. I never thought him to be capable of such a thing. He's typically really courteous. If I'm being honest, I think I've seen that he has a propensity to overestimate himself at times. But to believe he'd go that far, I can't help but feel responsible for allowing things to deteriorate to this point.
No, don't be concerned. It's conceivable he was just telling me what Orla was too terrified to say.
Helen, you sacrificed everything to raise Orla. To think that spoiled child who has had everything handed to him would want to deprive you of the opportunity to attend your sister's wedding. It causes my blood to boil.
I'll admit that the things he said initially wounded me. And I guess I panicked a little since everything happened so quickly.
Of course, your emotions are entirely understandable.
But the wedding is for Orla. I've been on the lookout for her for quite some time. I can handle it as well if it makes her day better.
That is something I highly doubt. Is Patrick completely aware of the situation? As in, he's aware of what you sacrificed to ensure Orla's happiness?
Yes. I did my best to explain everything to him. But he didn't appear to understand anything other than the fact that I was a high school dropout who had become a maid.
I see. I believe I'll have a little chat with him then.
Oh no. Don't trouble yourself with that. All I actually care about is that Orla is content.
Are you certain about this? You already know how much you mean to her. I just don't understand how abruptly leaving the wedding will provide Orla the happiness you so desperately desire for her.
Do you truly believe that?
Don't be alarmed. I'll give Patrick a firm talking to. Please turn around and return to your sister's side for the time being.
Okay. I will.
Why was my boss yelling at me just now? Did you say anything to him that you shouldn't have? And why was he even talking to you? Don't tell me you were hitting on him because you thought he was hot or whatever. I believe I warned you about it.
That is incorrect. The thing is, our companies have been discussing collaborating for some time, so we scheduled some meetings in the near future.
What? What do you mean? Have you started a new contract with our firm for cleaning services?
I no longer work for a cleaning company. Actually, I own a cosmetics company.
What do you mean, like a store manager? Or do you clean up after everyone has gone home?
As if I owned the company.
Do you own your own business? But I thought you were barely out of high school.
I am simply a high school dropout. Someone who worked hard and eventually launched her own business. That is how I met your boss, Tom. And he wanted to make a formal introduction today, but you drove me away from the location. So I told him that when he asked where I was.
Are you sure you're serious? Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I don't like mixing my professional and personal lives. And you have nothing to do with my work at all. I didn't think I needed to say anything to you. But you thought it was okay to bully me the way you did before because of that.
So what happens if Orla and I get married? That would be significant for both of our businesses, wouldn't it? All of this could lead to a merger between our two companies.
I told you I don't like mixing my personal and professional lives. Even after I explained it to you, you simply will not listen. I believe your poor habit of not listening will land you in hot water one day. Even more trouble.
Wait, what? What exactly are you on about? What kind of trouble do you mean?
I'm simply stating that you may face a pay cut in the near future. When your supervisor found out what you'd done, he was shocked. I'm afraid he'll believe I'm going to back out of the arrangement I made with him.
What? No! That was certainly not my intention.
So you can explain it to him. I've already spoken with him about this minor issue, so it's completely out of my hands now. I should mention that he did speak with your father.
He's who? Why would he do something like that?
So, does your father own your company? Tom probably only wanted to know how you've been treating your future sister-in-law and potential business partner.
Oh, my goodness! I must stop him!
It is far too late. I spoke with your father already. He came to apologize to me.
Wait, what? He apologized? Did you really do that?
He did, indeed. He came to me and begged pardon. He expressed surprise that his own son could be such a foolish, thoughtless guy.
Wait a minute. That wasn't really necessary, in my opinion.
Please do not shoot the messenger. In any event, it appears that the majority of your wedding guests share that sentiment.
What exactly does that mean? I'm tired of how you've been speaking to me. Stop playing silly games and simply tell me what you want to say.
I'm saying that all the lovely young ladies you've invited to your wedding are packing their bags and heading home.
Are you serious? What are they thinking? They were supposed to add to the beauty of the day. What did you say to them?
Yes, I'm sure that's what you were looking forward to the most today. And why are there so many lovely ladies attending your wedding? Is it true that you even asked one of them out on a date?
Why are they acting in this manner? I would never do such a thing, and I would not allow such lies. Plus, I thought I told you not to speak to anyone at the wedding. Why did you open your mouth so wide?
I'm afraid the entire situation was revealed to the guests. Everyone knew about the horrible groom who went behind the unfortunate bride's back and hit on one of the guests.
What in the world are you on about? You should put a stop to this. You don't even have any proof of the things you're accusing me of.
I heard it right from the poor girl's mouth. She appeared distressed.
I'm not sure what you mean. And why were any of the lovely ladies conversing with an old hag like you?
Yes, they are all young, stunning, bright, and generally lovely young women. But they all have something else in common. They are all useful to me.
What exactly are you on about now?
Patrick, come on. This is so basic that even a high school dropout can get it. All of those attractive young ladies work for my company. They had all come to celebrate Orla's birthday. But, evidently, after they learned that I had gone home, they all began to do the same.
Are you sure? So these were all your workers?
Were you not paying attention? I am the CEO of a cosmetics company. It appears that there are a lot of gorgeous girls that want to work in the beauty industry. Of course, I'm not just recruiting them for their beauty. But it must be stated that there are many lovely ladies working for me.
I still can't believe it. So they're all employed by your cosmetics company. That's why she went and informed you about what I said to her, right?
She did tell everyone. And, while I was shocked, the amount of people who were not shocked was even more startling. You appear to have been really busy, don't you? Following that, a slew of girls came forward with the same narrative. You really are a bad person at heart, aren't you? I felt nauseated after hearing the same story so many times.
No, you're completely incorrect. I was simply inviting them out to eat.
Why were you inviting girls to your own wedding for dinner? Were you actually hoping to utilize your wedding to meet girls?
No. That is not at all the case. I just felt it would be useful to be able to contact them in case of an emergency.
You already know that all the girls came to help Orla celebrate her wedding. You tried to interfere with her friendships.
No! You've completely misunderstood me. That wasn't my intention. I was merely attempting to make friends with Orla's acquaintances. I simply felt the wedding would be a nice opportunity to get to know her friends better.
Anyway, the majority of the girls you were bothering already had boyfriends. They quickly explained everything to Orla after you spoke with them.
They told Orla everything?
Everything. Not to mention how you looked down on me and referred to me as an elderly woman. And then you told me to make an excuse and leave the wedding.
Wait. Let me clarify. Are you seriously attempting to derail my wedding? Do you think doing this will make your younger sister happy?
I told her the truth about everything since I only want the best for my little sister. And, while it appears like the results will be sweat and being called off, I believe that this is for the best. It's far preferable to her being legally bound to a scoundrel like you.
Please wait a moment, you must understand. If I'm left at the altar like this, everyone will think I'm a bad person.
That sounds pretty appropriate to me. I'm so grateful you were kind enough to show me your true colors before the ceremony. Without all of your help today, I couldn't have liberated Orla from your terrible grasp. And now that everyone has seen what a disgusting person you are, I hope your pain is just beginning.
Orla then slapped Patrick in the face while crying. Right in front of everyone who had come to witness their wedding. The wedding was then formally cancelled. Of course, Patrick's father was enraged. Any hopes Patrick had of succeeding his father as company president were shortly dashed. Both his boss and his pals left him hanging. Nobody ever wants to associate with such a horrible individual again.
It's been a while. Sis, do you remain single? That is pitiful.
I'm single, so what, I guess.
Yeah.
What exactly do you want? I assume you don't have much spare time to bother me with pointless things.
Yes, I am, but unlike my sister who dropped out of school, I recently received my degree from the University of Los Angeles. I want to tell you something essential, but I'm so busy right now.
It is what?
Actually, I will shortly be getting married.
Oh, that's wonderful, congrats.
Thank you, sis.
Who then is the lucky one? Who is she like? Ethan, I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
Oh, you must be curious. Sis, are you prepared to be envious? LOL.
Please, just let me know.
Actually, I recently became engaged to a brilliant girl who also works for a large corporation. Even my grades are better than hers. Even last year, she took home the President's Award. She is a very beautiful young lady.
Wow, your fiancé is employed by the same business as you. She must be quite brilliant because she also won the President's Award.
We are what you would call a power couple since she is intelligent and successful, haha. Since we both work for large corporations, when we get married, our household income will definitely be more than $100,000.
She works for a large firm and earns a nice salary, which is very wonderful, right?
You see, I was the one who selected her. She is completely apart from my lonely, solitary sister.
What?
You are still unmarried and residing at our parents' house, according to our parents. What a poor individual from the bottom of society, as would be anticipated from someone who dropped out of high school.
What are you saying to your older sister, by the way?
Sis, are you crazy? LOL. Just expressing the facts, please. You still reside at home despite having dropped out of high school, correct? Your situation is dire, sis. You made a terrible decision by leaving high school.
Huh?
You could have been able to join a reputable firm and achieve success like me if you had attended university, just as I did. Your life is being wasted, sis.
Well, you choose that kind of life, therefore it is your own problem. It's not like I picked it voluntarily. If I had the option, I would have attended high school and college as well. But you must be aware that even though I wanted to attend class, I was unable to do so due to some of my classmates harassing me.
You decide to skip class just because some of your classmates excluded you, then. What a ridiculous excuse, lol. Seriously, if you stop attending school because you were left out by your pals, you have a poor mental state. Selecting such a life just for that motive? Sincerely, I find it incomprehensible.
How difficult it was for me back then, you have no clue.
What did I know about the emotions of a low-life high school dropout like you, and you had the gall to say that? You claim that you quit school because your friends excluded you. You must have a really weak will since you are useless.
What?
Imagine being introduced as a poor, illiterate, mentally frail girlfriend. That would be the very worst. How could you possibly handle that? Sincerely, I'm not at all excited about the impending dinner gathering.
An informal party? When do you intend to hold it?
Didn't Mom advise you to keep your schedule open towards the end of the month? At the end of this month, I'm going to introduce everyone to my fiancé. I arranged the dinner gathering in order to accommodate it.
My mother hasn't mentioned anything like to that to me. I won't be leaving till the end of the month, I think.
Wait, sis, you're not returning. Where are you now?
I've been in Balance since last week and had intended to stay until the end of the next month.
Are you now embarking on a path of self-discovery? LOL, sis, you're too old for it.
Not at all.
My sister is so pitiful, man. You want to travel, but your budget will only allow you to visit inexpensive Asian nations. That you don't have any money is really sad. Laughably, you're getting further and more behind me.
Anyhow, what should we do regarding the dinner party? I'm considering temporarily returning from Balin.
Nah, it's all right. Everything works out wonderfully, and you are not required to attend the dinner party. I don't want to tell my sister about my fiancé. Actually, it's advantageous that you won't be returning.
Huh?
I'll mention to my fiancé that my sister, a struggling adult and high school dropout, is presently traveling in search of herself. In any case, I doubt I could find anything for my pathetic sister.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and I recently got married to your brother Ethan. I apologize for not notifying you earlier, but I also wanted to inform you.
Have you already married?
We did, indeed. We had supper last night with my parents and these witnesses who signed our marriage license as witnesses. Ethan then asked, why don't we just submit it now? And we did it immediately.
What? Really?
We immediately went to the city hall's reception after supper and handed in the paperwork. Just today, we received a call from the city hall informing us that everything had been approved.
Okay, really? Best wishes on your marriage. Oh, and I apologize for the delayed introduction. Dilly's, Ethan's older sister, here. I'm sorry for the delayed greetings.
Don't stress over it. I understand you're on a quest for self-knowledge. Ha ha.
That's just Ethan chatting idly, I suppose. I'll absolutely come to introduce myself properly when I return to the nation. I'm sorry it took me so long to contact you.
I don't really want to share the same air with my low-life high school dropout sister-in-law, so you don't even have to kind of say hi if you don't want to. Ha ha ha. Ethan told me about you. You abandoned your studies and still reside with your parents, depending on them for everything, is I correct? I don't want to even meet somebody who lives like that because I don't want to share the same air with them.
Hold on, all of them are misperceptions. When I did leave middle school, I now have a respectable career. Although I do live with my parents, I do not rely on them for financial support.
However, how long do you intend to remain with your parents? Your parents have even expressed how irritated they are with you.
Even if you are helping with the living costs, it still isn't enough, and they really just want you to leave. Are you for real? Our parents stated that, right?
Aren't you already old enough to feel embarrassed over upsetting your family? The fact that you can act so brazenly in this circumstance makes me laugh a lot. I doubt it if I were in your shoes. Even at the same degree of shamelessness, I could master it.
I am aware of what my parents stated, but I had no malicious intent.
Well, they claim to be irritated. Being a high school dropout in and of itself is embarrassing. And you're still living at home despite your advanced age. You are unworthy. They even stated that having a daughter who is destined for shame would be preferable to having their son and his wife live with them.
What?
Anyway, we already threw away all of your belongings because my husband and I would be living with our parents. Even if you return to this location, you no longer have a place to stay. LOL. You've just returned from your self-discovery quest, and now you're going to choose a new home to live, HAHA.
Wait a second. What do you mean you disposed of my belongings? Did you just toss up my belongings without asking me to?
Yeah, LOL, we all gathered and cleaned the space. They trashed and damaged everything in an apparent effort to exact retribution.
I find it hard to comprehend how much you despise me. Even though I was living at my parents' house, I actively assisted with the household tasks and gave them money each month for living costs. Although it's likely that they thought my pay was poor, I was actually working hard to get what I was earning for him.
You know it was worthless to do things like pout and complain? Even if you tried to defend it, the situation remains the same. You were simply getting in the way of things, that's all.
I see. Just an inconvenience that I was. I find it incomprehensible that someone I've never even met must speak to me in this manner. Ethan's wife.
Please be aware that I just dislike those who are at the bottom of the heap. Since Ethan and I are elites who work for a large corporation, you should be aware that we are on a different level from you. So from now on, it will be our room.
Why would you act in such a selfish manner?
Most likely, your parents would not have preferred to live with you. And laughed as you threw your belongings away. It was fantastic. Ha ha. Did you have a vendetta or something against me?
That could be accurate. But regardless of what you say, I never finished high school.
I'm glad you can comprehend now. Ha ha. In any case, even if you return to this place, I don't want to see you. So don't go back to our parents' place, please. Your belongings are gone, and even if you return, there is no room for you here.
Oh, that works out great for me after all.
Why do you say that?
I can continue on to my next location without going back. Wow, I'm really grateful you got rid of everything at home because I feel so much lighter today. The best.
What do you mean we got rid of your stuff thanks without even asking you, is that right? How can you be grateful when you can't even return to your parents' home anymore? LOL.
I've decided to move to a new place, and it means I won't be able to help out our parents anymore. They're going for a health checkup soon, and the medical expenses could go up to $10,000. I was hoping that maybe you and I could help them out while I don't have a place to stay.
Are you serious, Dillies? This is your family we're talking about. You have a responsibility to take care of our parents. Besides, Mom and Dad promised to leave the house to Ethan and me, so you're not even allowed to step foot in there. The house doesn't welcome someone like you, who dropped out of school.
I understand that you're angry, Sarah, but please hear me out. I know it's my responsibility to take care of our parents, and I've been doing my best all this time. But circumstances have changed, and I need some support too. Moving to a new place wasn't an easy decision for me. I have my own challenges and financial constraints right now.
I can't believe you're being so selfish, Dillies. Our parents have done so much for us, and now when they need us the most, you want to back out.
I'm not trying to abandon our parents, Sarah. I still love them deeply, and I'll do whatever I can from a distance. I can contribute financially within my means, but I won't be able to provide the same level of physical support as before. I'm hoping you can understand that life isn't always straightforward, and sometimes we have to make difficult choices. Sarah, I can't believe what you just said. As someone living in my parents' house, you should also take responsibility for caring and looking after them. My parents have always considered you as family, but now I'm surprised to realize that you don't seem to acknowledge that.
It's just that I don't have financial responsibility for their care. That doesn't mean I don't worry or invest emotions in our relationship. Your parents, you should take care of yourself. Not related to me.
But Sarah, we've been living together in this house and sharing daily life. My parents have supported you both financially and emotionally. I think we should share the responsibility and contribute to taking care of them together.
Ethan and I are excellent people, graduating from the top school in the country, not like Dillies, who is always just a servant at the feet of her and her husband.
What? Sarah, you are insulting me already. Sarah, I can't believe you would say something like that so casually. Ethan and you may have excelled and graduated from a top school, but that doesn't give you the right to look down on others. My parents' medical support will send them $5,000. The rest you and Ethan should be responsible for because you're the one living in my parents' house. You should be responsible for this.
That's hilarious. Why should I send money to your parents? I'm not marrying Ethan, so why should I pay? Don't even think about touching my money. That house, I talked to my parents to transfer the property to Ethan. And they agreed to this. And you should move out soon and get somewhere far away from us. Did my parents agree to transfer the property to Ethan? That's right, they don't even care what you think. Try with me to do nothing, now the house is ours.
Hi, Dillies. It's been a while since we talked. What's up?
Great to hear from you. Seems like you have something to tell me. Go ahead.
I actually got laid off from my job because I wasn't performing well. I'm really worried about the future.
Really? Why weren't you doing well in your job?
My work attitude wasn't good, so they fired both me and Sarah. Right now, we're living with our parents and have been unemployed for a while. I was hoping that you could come back and take care of our parents in our place.
Ethan, but I can't do that. I'll only send the money equivalent to what our parents have spent. I have my own career here, and I don't want to give it up.
Dillies, what qualifications do you have to work there? You should come back and take care of our parents.
I apologize for making you angry. Currently, I manage a small restaurant with a salary of $10,000. I don't feel like a failure like you and Sarah, because I always believe I'm right and better than others.
You are just a person with no qualifications and qualifications, so go back to live with your parents. I won't come back for your unemployment.
Dilys decided not to return to her old home to continue developing her career. After 5 years of continuous work, she also went from manager to branch manager after her efforts, and also found a suitable husband for her. Ethan and Dilys always consider themselves superior to others, so they always look down on those who don't go to high school and don't have a degree, so they constantly have difficulty in their work. Hazel was a beautiful girl living by the seaside. Her father is a fisherman. Although her family is poor, but she had the happiest childhood with his lovely parents. They never gotten her lack of love and lack of anything. The sea made her strong, brave, and very attractive. She could outrun and outswim any boy around. She loved going out with her dad to catch the day's haul. And every night she'd spin the wildest tales for Mom. Every night her mom combs her hair and then sing lullaby for her before she went to sleep. When she was 10, her had twin brothers, she was so excited to become a sister. Every night she told tales for the twin and even changed the nappies, they believed every word. Life was perfect, but when she turned 13 years old, everything changed. The lovely town was bought by a billionaire with the purpose of building a new resort with sea view. All people who are living in the sea received an amount of money to move to the city. Then her family relocated to a big city because they have no choice. Her dad took up a job as a worker and her mom still stayed at home and take care of 2 children. Their life get harder and harder. Hazel's school life is not any better. She can connect with any friends because the city students are rich and unfriendly. She can't find anyone who are in the same social class with her. One day, when she ate her lunch alone in the janitor's closet, she heard someone shrieking in the schoolyard. She came to the side and saw a lot of older boys were abused Tom, her classmate.
Hey you, put him down, and let him go, if not I will told the principal.
Are you little Tom's girlfriend? Ah, you make me very interested. Hey Tom, you has an intriguing girlfriend.
Hazel, why are you here? It's dangerous. Come back to the class.
What moving story between 2 poor people. Hey girl, did you know he's a freak who talks to insects?
So? He's better than you, the bullies. Let's see how talking to animal benefit.
Right after that, Hazel whispering with all her power and the she call a swarm of bees.
If you guys don't let him go, I will tell the bees to attach all of you.
Oh really? Come on then, let's see you do it.
Then Hansel stated whispering, and right after that all the bee follow these boys. They ran off screaming without looking back and knocked Tom down.
Hi, Hazel. Thank you for saving me. How cool are you?
Thank you for your compliment. You're welcome. But why did they bully you like that?
You don't know anything in this school?
No, I have just moved here for some days.
This school have a rule that all poor students have to accept all requests of the rich. If you don't do whatever they want, you will have the same like me now.
But I don't care them, haha. Do you want it to be my friend?
That's my pleasure. I will be your humble servant forever, madam.
You officially my first friend in the city.
Do you busy this tonight?
No, I am not.
How about going through the forest and see some animal? You like them, right?
Yes, our first trip.
Tom was obsessed with insects. Tom was sweet and smart. He helped Hazel a lot with school works and she helped him to get rid of bullies at school. One day, when Tom took her home, the terrible things came.
Mom, I'm home. Today Tom will eat dinner together with us. What we will have in dinner tonight?
No one replies.
Mom. Are you there? Mom. Can you hear me?
Hazel turned very worried. Then she and Tom went around the house to find her mom. They see her mom lied on floor in the bathroom with a lot of blood.
Mom, what the matter with you? Mom!
Calm down, Hazel. She just collapsed. I will call the hospital.
Is my mom will be okay, Tom? If not, I can't live anymore. She's the most important thing in my life.
Don't worry, she'll be okay.
I feel scared.
Don't be.
Her mom came home from the hospital after a week, but she still couldn't do normal routine. Hazel have to spend most of her free time to help her mom and help her with a special care. Her dad are too busy for making money, so she cooked and cleaned, took care of the twin who always drove her nut. Life was much harder when Hazel saw her dad sitting alone at night with a lot of bill piles up around him. Hazel desperately wanted to help her dad. The next day, she slipped out of house and came back home after a few hours. She gave her father a little money she took from sale her hair. When everyone saw her with the short hair, they are gasped.
Hazel, why you cut your hair?
I need money.
Is everything okay?
Is your mom or...
No. I know this sounds really vain, but I just miss my hair.
It doesn't matter, Hazel. You look lovely even if you were bald.
You're beautiful inside and outside.
In her 20th birthday, Tom took her to a luxury restaurant to celebrate it.
Tom, this restaurant is really fantastic. How can you afford for it?
Don't worry about that. I just want to give you the best thing.
Today is special day of you, so don't worry about money.
Tom, the food is perfect and I've never seen so many beautiful people in my life.
I'm happy to see you happy. Enjoy the meal. I have to go to the bathroom for a second.
Okay.
There is a handsome boy who was looking at Hazel from the second she came until now. That's Han, a person who bullies Tom when he was teenager. Now, he looks mature and very elegant, and the way he approached me was very polite.
Please tell me the guy who have just deserted you.
Han? Is that you?
Oh, you know me.
Of course, I was in the same high school with you. Now you look so mature and handsome.
Wow, thank you, but I think I have never seen you before.
Haha, I guess bees will make you scared that you can't remember who called them.
Bee?
It's okay if you don't remember, but I'm glad to see you.
Ah, I remembered. You're the girl that whispering to call the bee, right?
Yes, it's me. You are still remember.
To meet you like this way, I feel very ashamed because of the unthinkable I have done when I was in high school.
It's okay, everyone have the past. I don't think it's important. We need to fix all mistakes we have made in the past and then improve our future.
Good to hear that from you.
But I wanted to know if you have a boyfriend.
No, haha, Tom is just my friend for a long time.
You know how long I've been holding my breath?
You're kind of melodramatic, aren't you?
It's endearing, isn't it? Do you want to dance?
Oh. I have no idea how to do the tango.
Just hold my hand and feel the music. You can follow the beat.
It sounds interesting. I will try it.
Then Hazel held Han's hand and they started to dance. Han's smile was bright that made her heart move faster.
Oh my God, you look so pretty in this short distance.
When the music ended, Hazel laughed as she caught her breath. And Hazel spotted Tom waiting for her.
Han, this was very fun. Thank for leading me to a new hobby.
You're welcome. I'd love to see you again. Call me, please. Also told your friend that the bill has been taken care of.
What? That was such a jerk, throwing his money around. Who asked for his charity? I can afford this dinner.
It's okay, Tom. Don't make a sense. Do you know him?
No, I don't have any flexing friends like that.
He's Han, the one bullied you when we were in high school.
What? You make friend with the one who bullied me?
No, Tom, but I can see the change of him. This is the mature version of Han. Please left the past and live for present and the future.
I'm so disappointed about your opinion about this thing. I think that we must have protect each other, but you don't respect that. Just because the free dinner and you willing to forgive for the guys who hurt me?
Tom, please don't get me wrong.
That's enough! I can't stand here anymore. I will book the car for you to go home. Text me when you come home.
Then Hazel didn't call or text to Han because she didn't want Tom to get angry. Moreover, she didn't have free time. But Han tracked her address and then sent flour to her home every day. Then, one evening, her mom had a relapse and she was back to the hospital. But the doctor said that the problem this time not that easy to solve and maybe she couldn't awake. Hazel has several sleepless nights. She took care of her mother at the hospital, many stress put on her mind. She walked around the hospital for some clean air, though she suddenly met a familiar shadow.
Hazel, what are you doing here? I has waited for a long time to see you again. I'm very glad to see you.
Why are you here? Are you patient?
No, this is my dad's hospital. I have the duty to check the turnover every day. But you haven't answered my question.
Hoo-hoo. What I have to do now, Han? My mom has to hospitalize and doctors said that she could never wake up.
I will told the doctor to send your mom to the special room.
But my family can't afford it, Han. It's too much and I can't just received it from you.
I like you and I want you to happy. Seeing you stressed like that, my heart feel like choke on something. I really do like you, Hazel. Please accept my heart. I'm not just chasing you for fun. Let me take care of you and also who you love.
Oh, Han, it feel like such a relief to hear those words.
Then, Han enrolled a new doctor and moved my mom to a special care room. Her illness was completely gone.
Han, I can't believe it. It's a miracle. Han, thank you so much.
Would you mind become my girlfriend? I'm serious.
Yes. I'm agree.
Soon after that, Han and Hazel started to date and Hazel feel like every moment with Han was a dream. Han could buy anything Hazel want. Her life was like hit the jackpot. One day, Han gave a diamond ring and asked her for engaged. She agreed with no question.
What? You guys have just been dating for a few weeks. Why you can agree to marry in that short time?
Tom, but I feel happy and Han love me. He can give me everything I want. I know it's weird, but I think I can live without him.
You're smart and you do good at the university. Why are you left your dream and marry? I can't understand.
That's my choice, Tom. I hope that you can understand my mind. I need money and I am the person that can save my family from the poor.
If that's what you want, then I'm happy for you.
Then Hazel and Han got married and they lived together for a year. But life has changed. Hazel stay at home and just do the housework, play with luxury thing. Han and his parents got into a huge fight and they don't TV allow him to take over the hospital.
Han, don't be stressed. Maybe I could get a job and help with money.
You can help me? What a joke! You barely passed high school, so what job would you get?
You don't have to be a jerk, Han. I just want to help you.
You're the entire problem. My parents don't let me take over the hospital just because I insist to marry you. Not the one they choose.
But you loved me, right?
I will love you if I have enough money, and now I don't have, so let's divorce.
Why can you say that bad words to me?
Then Han have Hazel someday to left and she felt humiliated. She didn't want to tell anyone what's happened. She came home to visit her parents and enjoy the meal with them. She realized that life didn't request much. Then, something unexpected happened. Tom called me up.
Hazel, long time no talk, but this is emergency. I need your help. I'm a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers, and now I have a prize, but I don't know how to talk when I achieved it.
Okay, I will help you.
Thank you. I hate speech and I'm very scary. Please help me.
Then Hazel helped him and tried to help him to practice communication skill. Then he looked really good at the gala and everyone all love him. After the gala, Tom took her to a luxury restaurant and tell about his life these days.
Oh, King of YouTube, I'm so proud of you and the performance of you today is really good.
And how about you and Han?
We have divorced for a few months.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
That's a wrong choice, and I'm so embarrassed not to hear you that time. Now I've realized, but it's too late.
No! You have another choice! That's me! Now I'm confident to make you and your family happy without the worry about the money.
After that, Hazel thinking about that, but she still declined Tom. She continued the university and graduated with the congratulation of her family and Tom. Soon after that, Tom proposed and she said yes, then they have a happy life forever.
Hey! I'm going out today. You just take care of dinner by yourself tonight. So, bye.
What? Again? You've been going out a lot lately. What on earth are you doing so often?
Huh? Don't tell me you have a problem with me. You're in no position to complain to me. You're just an ATM.
Stop saying that. That's too harsh. I'm doing my best for you.
I don't care. The only way for me to relieve stress is to go out at night. I'm having fun partying, so don't disturb me.
I don't mean to disturb you. I'm just asking what you're doing.
Tired of your questions. You're just an ATM, so be an ATM, shut up.
Just told you. That's too harsh. And I have something important to tell you. I just needed a little time to talk to you. So, can you stay home tonight?
No, I can't because I'm already out. What do you want to tell me? I bet it's not even important. Isn't it something that can be talked about by text?
It's pretty important.
Just say it then.
I'm getting transferred overseas.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you kidding?
It's not a joke. I've been told that I'm getting transferred overseas. So I'll be stationed abroad for the next 3 years.
Overseas, like Europe?
To Malaysia.
Huh? Southeast Asia? No. Not possible.
What does that mean?
If it were a nicer country, I would have gone with you too. But I can't do that in a country I'm not interested in. I've never been to Malaysia, so I can't imagine what it's like. I cannot live in such a rural area.
Kuala Lumpur is quite urban.
Where's that? I don't understand.
That's the capital of Malaysia.
Well, I don't care. I can't do it.
So you're saying you can't come with me? I can't live abroad with you, so you're just an ATM.
If you're being transferred overseas, I would marry my current boyfriend.
Huh? Did you say boyfriend?
I married you because you let me live in your fan's apartment, and I thought you were rich. If you won't support my needs, if I can't anymore, there is no way I'm going to a dirty country in Southeast Asia. Then I would stay here and marry my current boyfriend.
I knew you were cheating on me. Then, when I get transferred overseas, you mean you're gonna dump me and move on to another guy right away?
I mean, I'm not talking about switching. You're just an ATM. I only married you because of that. So, if I can't live with your money, I don't need to be married to you. I'd rather have someone else. I can't live in a rural country.
I was going to suggest you at least go there once and think about it. But if you're cheating on me, I'm done. We don't have children yet, so let's just get a divorce.
I never intended to have children with you in the first place.
What? I thought we were trying to conceive.
There is no way I would do that. You wanted to have kids, so I had to pretend that I wanted it too. I didn't really want any kids. Well, I was in birth control, so there was no possibility of getting pregnant.
I didn't realize that. You lied to me from beginning to end. You were just using me.
Well, I'll give you a divorce, but you have to pay alimony.
What? Alimony? You are unfaithful yourself, and now you want me to pay you? What's that for?
I need a lot of money for moving and other things. I have to move because you're getting transferred. I'll have to pay all the expenses related to that.
You're so greedy. Why didn't I notice this before? I've been so ridiculed, disrespected, and taken advantage of by you. I was an idiot to think it might be an expression of your affection.
You should have tried harder. We're done now. You'll probably never get married again.
That's enough. If you're just being sarcastic, let's just call it quits.
Are you seriously asking me to come with you overseas? Of course, I'm divorcing you immediately.
I see. Don't regret it later.
Go on your own.
I don't think I'll be talking to you anymore. Just because I transferred overseas, you instantly switched to another guy. I'm not going to deal with you anymore.
That's my life.
Thank you for all you have done. Don't contact me again. Goodbye.
Hey, Jace! How are you? It's been a while. I heard you had returned home. Can I come to see you?
Huh, who's this?
Oh, why are you talking to me like that? I am your wife. I haven't heard from you in a while, so I guess you forgot about me.
What are you talking about? You and I have been divorced for 3 years now. What's your intention? What is your plan in contacting me after all this time?
What do you mean? That's mean. I'm saying that I want to see you, okay? I didn't expect you to be so cold. I'm coming over there now. It's the same apartment, right?
No, please. Don't come. Or rather, I don't want you to come. I'm not gonna see you. What do you want from me? I have nothing to do with you. You and I meeting would not be productive in any way.
You're so stubborn, Jace. You want to start over with me again, don't you? Just be honest. And I think that's fine with me.
Huh?
I was naive before. Maybe my thinking was shallow too. So I apologize for treating you like an ATM. Let's live together again.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I've already remarried.
What? No, no, no. That can't be true. What are you talking about? Are you trying to get my attention because you want to get back to me?
There's no benefit to me getting your attention. You come to me asking me to get back together, but you only contacted me because you found out I was back home. All after you got dumped by your boyfriend and full of debt. There's no reason to meet with a woman like that.
What? How do you know about that? That's not true. I just, when I found out that you had returned home, I just wanted to see you.
Well, thank you very much. But no thanks. Because I have nothing but regrets from being married to you. I was young, too, so I chose my marriage partner based on looks. I thought if I gave you my all, you would love me. But as it turns out, you just ended up exploiting me.
What?
My time, my emotional stability, and my money. I've had enough of you. I wonder why I was with someone who would treat me like an ATM.
I wasn't that bad. There were times when we got along well. I would love to live with you again. I regretted not following you overseas.
I see, but it's too late now. You've probably heard I was doing very well, didn't you? That's why you contacted me like this, right?
That's not true.
You didn't see the TV show, huh? You saw how I did so well in Malaysia, and I was promoted to branch manager, and then I went back to headquarters.
I knew it. It was you on TV, wasn't it? I didn't know you were such a big deal. You were the branch manager.
I got transferred to Malaysia for a promotion. You didn't ask me anything, so I didn't tell you. I was trying to tell you, though. You didn't even listen to me. You just left me.
I didn't mean to leave you. I was out of my mind at the time.
But it doesn't matter anymore.
What? What do you mean?
Because this kind of conversation is just a waste of time for me. I met a wonderful woman and married her. From now on, she and I will stay together for the rest of our lives.
So the remarriage thing was for real.
My divorce from you made me realize what's really important. Then I realized how happy I was to be able to love someone who loves me. Maybe I should thank you for that.
Let me tell you, she's after her money, too.
Huh?
Of course, she is. There is no other reason for her to marry you. If so, I think you should start over with me.
What do you mean?
The only women who will come to you are those who are after your money. I'm the best woman for you. We used to live together. We understand each other. Above all, I am pretty. And I'm 5 years younger than you. You'll have a better life if you get back together with me.
You're delusional.
Huh? Why do you say that? Isn't it true that I am pretty? What's wrong with me wanting to be rich?
That you could say that much is quite remarkable. I would never want to start over with you.
Why not? Can't you see that I'm better? Your new wife is not as pretty as me anyway, right?
Take a look at my Instagram.
Huh?
My account has quite a few followers because it's also business related. My wife is on there too.
Huh? What is this? You're acting like you're a celebrity. Who is this blonde girl? Is she an actress?
Actually, yes.
Huh? How can you marry a blonde girl in Malaysia? That's ridiculous. That's a lie. She's just after your money.
Unfortunately, I make less money than she does. She's a real actress.
What? Are you serious?
Oh! And as a result, I'm like a celebrity on Instagram too. I feel at peace when I'm with her. She rarely wears fancy makeup like the one in the photo. But I always think she's a beautiful woman. We are having a good time, the two of us.
That is impossible. I don't want to hear your love stories. I am your wife. Shut up and get back together with me.
I'm trying to explain all this to you. You're so miserable that you still think you're my wife. Maybe you should have stayed married to me. You're now over 30 years old and without a decent job. You got dumped by your boyfriend and have very little income. You're barely getting along.
How do you know all this? Who told you that?
I don't need to ask anyone to find that out. People like you will surely never be happy.
You don't have to say that much, do you? I'm going to your apartment now. Meet me and then decide.
I don't need to see you. I bought a new place and moved out. I don't live there anymore. Sorry, but your life and mine will never overlap again.
I'm sorry. I apologize for what I did 3 years ago. Please forgive me.
I'm not mad at you. But I'm not interested in you either. You have a life of your own. You should work on fixing your personality first. Goodbye, forever.
After that, Rosa continued to try and get back with Jace. But he laughed at her and did not take her seriously. She tried to visit the apartment she and Jace used to live. But of course, he didn't live there. Then she got kicked out by the doorman of the apartment. Eventually, she made so much trouble for them that security was called. In the end, she had to suffer a great deal of embarrassment there as well. After that, Rosa never saw Jace again. Eventually, she returned to her hometown and began helping her parents' farm. Every time she sees Jace's Instagram and how he's successful, she regrets everything.